are saying, and this is what we're lobbying for, and we want your help and the professional help that you'll hear from today, to understand that there are 2 linked pathways for every single child. And that there's your oncology team, and we want a second parallel recovery team, which is mainly in outpatients and needs to be funded in outpatients. They're different, they're connected by an advocate, and they communicate with the community in spoken wheel hubs. They're much the same for both pathways in that we think they should start at a diagnosis, once the tumour's diagnosed, and you try and get a baseline assessment of both the brain and the growth hormone. And if you've got a tumour in the deep midbrain, you probably need to see someone like me sooner rather than later, because it's always been left later. And an endocrine nurse who's trained could probably help the others. And there should be somebody that we're calling a success advocate to make sure that these complex assessments are undertaken, implemented, and audited, that there's a plan from that, and that it's fully integrated. These are the suggested individuals that I'd like you to think about, because I'm going to ask you who you think is most important. Is it somebody for the hormones, the psychiatry, the cognitive learning, psychology aspects which affect, can link to school? Is it the allied therapists, psychologists, clinical teams that help you recover, and somebody to make sure that we're analysing this data and showing it works and that it's actually probably saving money and problems in the longer term. We're suggesting that these are assessments happening at 4 key stages that you come into the pathway at, depending on when you get diagnosed, and continue through it, which is preschool, that's infancy 0 to 5, mid-school 5 to 11, secondary school, and at adult transition. And we're saying 16 to 30, so that we capture that. So I'm saying that 80% of children with brain tumours have a voice, and I'm going to show you how they have a voice. Just because they don't have a voice doesn't mean to say they have nothing to say, as Yasmin's told me, and as Shakira here will demonstrate. And they have secondary, most of them have focal injury, they have secondary problems that we could try and prevent. We know brain injury leads to mental health problems if we don't remediate it. We know that your ability to make judgments, your mental capacity, can be absolutely fine, and yet children are not being asked what they think about more treatment and retreatment in a way that they can. And they deserve support right from the beginning.